Yo, what's going on, y'all? Yeah, I wasn't gonna make any more videos because I made a lot of videos, especially over the last year or so, and then a few years before that, I made a lot of videos talking about what the Republicans are doing and different things of that nature to try to educate people, uplift people, and stuff like that. But my videos not getting no traction. Nobody's sharing them. They're not really getting picked up by TikTok and YouTube and stuff like that. So I really just stopped making them. But I was watching a video. I was watching a video about it had several white people talking about they understand or trying to explain to people, other white people, why black people not out in the streets now with the protests, like one they had on April 5th and things of that nature like that, right? So one young lady was talking about her mother and her brother had gone to a protest on April 5th, right? And she asked her, were there a lot of African Americans or blacks or colored people out there? And she said, no. And that was strange to me. Her mother said that was weird because, yeah, I thought they were all mostly like against Donald Trump. So I can't understand why they weren't out there. So the girl tried to explain to her, like, well, they doing the things that they can do in their way, and they voted. Most of them voted against Donald Trump. 90% women, 80% men, black people, colored people voted against this man and tried to tell people that this man's gonna be corrupt and do crazy stuff and illegal things and go against the Constitution. But nobody really listened to him. So they exhausted. They like we give up. Y'all do what y'all want. That's part of the reason. But she couldn't. She said her mother still didn't fully understand. So I'm going to say this to some white people who don't understand, but to those who do know and understand, you need to explain this a little better because when I saw it, I wasn't going to say anything else. But when I saw that her mother didn't really understand, I said, okay, I'm going to make this video to explain why. So, in a nutshell, I'm going to put it very simple and common, everyday words. So, black people have been protesting in this country for hundreds of years. Mainly the civil rights movement, where we were attacked with Martin Luther King and other civil rights leaders, where we were attacked in Selma, Alabama, different places, Greensboro, different places. We were attacked sitting at the counters at Woolworth and different things like that. We have been protesting and protesting and protesting for years, and every time we get out and protest, we are taken to jail. We are spit on. We had dogs attacked us. We've had the worst kind of protest in problems when we get out, and we always have tried to be peaceful and nonviolence. Now, things started happening, changing, like with the Rodney King protests, where people got out and protested in LA and other places, but they destroyed property and stuff. All black people are against that, but we all are put in one category. All black people are evil and animalistic and barbaric, and that's why they're not going to ever get nothing in this country because they're all barbaric and evil and ignorant. So that's the belief that the media has portrayed against us, not against white people. A few white people. The rioters got out in D.C. and tore the whole fucking city up and the Capitol, and the news media got out and said that they were nice. It was a Donald Trump, convicted felon 47, said that it was a day of love. And it's still white people believe that nothing happened, that the people were in the Capitol on a tour. Some of them haven't even seen the photos to this day of the officers getting beaten and whooped and whatever, attacked, because they weren't shown that on their media outlets or whatever they get their news from. Some of them still don't believe that. We can't counteract that type of ignorance. You know what I mean? That's a very, very deep and ingrown type of ignorance that nobody can break through. But when we got out doing like the George Floyd, Black Lives Matter um, protesting things. The media portrayed us very negatively. I'm gonna give you an example, white people. You remember when they had the New Orleans levee break and New Orleans was flooding? On Fox News, or well, on most news media, they showed black people in a store getting food and stuff to survive, and they said they're looting. They showed the same photo of white people doing the same thing. They said they're surviving. This is the way the news portrays black people and white people. So I put it to you this way. Every time we get out, we're attacked by dogs, jailed. And then when we protest, like for Black Lives Matters, for example, white people came into our group from far-right organizations and militia groups and things of that nature. They mixed in with the black protesters and started destroying stuff and causing havoc and fighting and looting. And the news media wasn't showing it that way. They were saying that these black people are out here destroying the city or this country. And so the police were out there. The police out there with riot gear, with military equipment, military weapons, out there saying they're protecting the property and keeping everything nonviolent when they're the ones out there doing the violence. There was some black people destroyed things, you know what I mean? But it wasn't, most 89, 80%, 85% of those protesters out there were nonviolent protesters. This is how we were taught from the civil rights movement throughout, from our ancestors. We were taught nonviolence. Hey, are there a few bad apples in the crowd? Yeah. But white people, here's something I want you to understand right now, and this explain the whole situation why we're not out there with y'all today. They have been protesting April 5th, April, May or something, whatever. Y'all have been protesting all over the United States. No police were out there in riot gear. No, the news not even really covering you all protesting because it's white people. It's educated white people, less educated white people, rich white people, poor white people. You're all mostly white. We have to wait. If we come out there with you all and it seems like it's a lot of black people, the police will be out there in riot gear and fuck up the whole flow of what is going on. Mess up the rising, the building up of what we need, where we need to get at. Because we need to get way more people out there, but we can't come out there with you right now until more of you all get out there. So that, another reason is so that Donald Trump won't try to claim martial law, get the military involved, the National Guard involved in the streets with the people of this, country. That's going to happen if we come out there now. We have to wait for more of you all to come out and more of you all to get him more negative in the voting polls. He has to go way, way down to where the Republicans in the Senate and the Congress are not scared to go against him. Cause if he still has his structure, his power, he's going to have the FBI, CIA, the military, everybody out there in the streets, and it's going to be very disruptive for the country, more disruptive than it would be if more of us were out there in the streets. So we can't come out there with you right now because we're going to mess up the whole movement by the news media picking up we out there now and portraying it negatively. And then those other groups, the militia groups, the Proud Boys, all these other groups that were freed from January 6th, they're going to start mingling in the crowd and cause disruption. So that's why we can't come out there with you. Plus he has the FBI, the CIA. He can mix any of these organizations in with the crowd and things could go awry. So that's why we can't come out. That's the bottom line. We can't come out there with y'all until y'all step up and get that man almost impeached. Get that man to the point where the Congress and the Senate, Supreme Court is against him to impeach him, and then we can come out there in the street strong. We can come out there with you, but we can't come out there with you right now because when we come out, it's going to be portrayed negatively. Y'all not even really getting a lot of coverage about the protesting y'all doing. because y'all white and peaceful and easygoing. I guess, you know, white and innocent. But as soon as colored people come out there, and we are at a equal number or more volume number of population than you all out there in the streets. Oh yeah, the police, the riot gear, National Guard, everybody coming out there. Everybody coming out there. We're a threat. When we really are not, but that's what you all are told. So we're not coming out there with y'all right now. We can't come out there with y'all right now. Plus, we tried to warn you about this Project 2025. And a lot of white people, when Donald Trump, convicted felon 47, said, I don't know anything about that. And now every time something has come up that he has told these people to do or hinted for them to do or he's doing, the news media asks him about it. He says, oh, I'm not aware of that. I don't know anything about that. But he the guy who knows everything, can do everything, can solve all the problems by himself. He doesn't need any help. But when you ask him a question about something he knows outright is outright illegal and wrong, he says, I don't know anything about that. So white people, that's it in a nutshell, man. I just wanted to make this last video because I know nobody's going to see it. You're not going to share it. So I'm not really trying to help. I got videos all down my damn profiles. YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, 5-6 years ago talking about Donald Trump in his last administration. So nobody's really listening to me or anything. So I just wanted to say that though, man. You know, that's the main reason why black people can't get out there in the streets, because it's basically going to be portrayed negatively, and then he might be escalated up to some kind of martial law or civil war type thing. It might get crazy. So we're going to wait for y'all to get out there and handle y'all business and give us hope that we can come out with you all. All right? May God bless America. Take care.